Hi everyone, I'm Janvi and I'm really excited to introduce you to Krupa, who was my senior in St. Xavier's College. We did our bachelor's together, and Krupa has become the famous forensic psychologist in India. मैं जब भी किसी को भी पूछती हूँ कि forensic psychologist, everybody talks about Krupa. So I think that's brilliant. That's a huge success. Krupa was always so passionate. I still remember in Xavier's we had to do those presentations in Khandala once a year, conference जैसा कुछ होता था, and Krupa तब से was doing forensic and presentations on that, and that I think you were the only one at that time who everybody else was thinking of clinical counseling. So really excited about you, and I'll let you introduce yourself, the amazing things that you're doing, and we'll get started.
Yes, thank you so much, Janvi. I think Janvi is herself a celebrity. I am very happy that you've invited me on your podcast. So, yes, my name is Krupa Nishar and I'm a forensic psychologist. So, starting with my journey, I've done my BA psychology from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, and I graduated in 2017. Then I did my post graduation, that is Masters in Forensic Psychology from Gujarat Forensic Sciences University, which is now National Forensic Sciences University, and I post graduated in 2019, and I was a gold medalist. And after that, I got immediately recruited as an assistant professor at NFSU. So I've got a teaching and a research experience of approximately 3 years. During my masters and my professorship, we got a lot of opportunities to interact and get on cases from Crime Branch Ahmedabad, Forensic Science Lab, Gujarat Gandhinagar. Then also help in solving corruption bureau cases, train Indian and international police officers on investigative techniques, and of course research, dissertation, and teaching. After that, I got transferred to Delhi. So in Delhi, we have Tihar jail, that is also known as Asia's largest or biggest jail. And there was a project, national level project, which we had to do under Ministry of Home Affairs, BPRND. So BPRND is Bureau of Police Research and Development. It's like a government think tank for police and army research. So we had to do a research on recidivism. Recidivism meaning why people commit crime again or re-offend again. So the a lot of theories in sociology, psychology always concentrate on why they commit crime in the first place. But when they go back to jail, they're supposed to correct their behavior. That's why it's known as a correctional system. However, when some many of them who come outside, they commit crime back again. And we don't know what's at fault over here. Is the society at fault, the individual at fault, or is the system, the jail at fault? So there were 8 research assistants under me, and we did this project, an exploratory project. After that, now I'm back to Mumbai. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, so it's been 3 years. Currently, I work at an organization, an international organization where I work as a crime researcher. So we work on issues of crime against women and children. We submit research reports to police commissioner or any women and child commissions or any CWCs, any stakeholders related to women and children, which is related to police psychology or crime prevention or helping them understand how is the modus operandi of criminals changing. Additionally, I've also become a content creator on Instagram. So we try to create awareness on forensic psychology by showing the current research or giving current information, explanation on theories or the current news. So that we do. And yes, I think I've also given 2 TEDx talk. So one TEDx talk was on investigative techniques and the history of forensic psychological techniques. So, how in earlier times lies used to be detected, and now how lies are detected with neuroimaging. And my second talk was on recidivism. So, yeah, this is my introduction.
Awesome. I will
Thanks.
put those links in the description for students
Yes.
to see if they want to. So let's start with
Yes.
very basic. What got you interested in forensic psychology, and when did you realize that that's what you wanted to do?
I think it was in 11th grade only, grade 11, because I always wanted to work with system, government, and the whole government system. And slowly and steadily, when I started doing research and everything, I realized that yes, I want to go there. And now I think I have got this feeling that we can do some research that brings like 1% change in the whole criminal justice system. I didn't want to go in that cliche counseling or clinical because it was everybody was doing it, as you correctly said. So I think I was more interested to work with the government and apply psychology there. So yeah.
That time, even right now, forensic psychology is not as popular, sort of a new field. What were you thinking? There are a lot of students who come here who are like, "Mummy, Papa allow नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये field में guarantee क्या है?" And you did take on a, chance of being in that field, and you're doing brilliant things. So how did you come to that conclusion? What were the challenges you faced?
I think at that time only one university was there, that is GFSU and RRU. And at that time, I think I'm talking as if I'm very old. But at that time, we didn't have like Instagram and LinkedIn जिससे इतना फटाफट connect हो experts से. Yeah, career guidance के लिए we talk to people. So I think we were all on our own. And we thought कि चलो कुछ ना कुछ figure हो जाएगा and we'll make a mark for ourselves. So I think that was a plus point, and I didn't think कि, okay, I have to make a career in it, I have to earn money. I think कि फील्ड ही नहीं पता है कि इसमें आगे आगे क्या पढ़ाएंगे, तो आई थिंक वी विल एक्सप्लोर एज वी गो ऑन, बट आई न्यू दैट आई वांटेड टू वर्क इन with criminals, victims, and the legal system. So that was sure, and I was passionate about it. So I think that turned out to be my benefit. The social media element was not there, so
Yeah, and you sort of created your pathway, right?
yes,
It's
yeah.
not given to you, but you've made that
Hmm.
for yourself, and you were
Yes.
passionate, like not thinking about मेरे को पैसा कितना मिलेगा, salary कितनी मिलेगी, but it was more about that passion. I think
Correct.
psychology,
Correct.
a field as a whole was like that. Everybody in my family also said, psychologist मत बनो, क्या ही पैसे कमाओगे, and then they were all like, wow,
Huh.
just can make more than engineers sometimes. Um, so with
Yeah, and now you're working in US and making us proud.
I am really
Hmm.
excited about, and I think a lot of credit goes to our training also in Xavier's, right? That was,
Yes, definitely. I think till now, if I have to introduce myself, I'll always say I'm a Xavierite. I think that values are still ingrained in us.
yes, absolutely. So I think Xavierite does make a difference. What do you think had, you know, your training, what do you think was a specifically challenging part of being or training to be a forensic psychologist and now being one? What qualities do you think were your strengths in being a forensic psychologist?
I think qualities of getting on new experiences. So, for example, as I said during that time, it was very rare that we could just email or get on LinkedIn and ask for internships. So, and also getting an internship from government institutions was very difficult. Now, government institutions have opened up. But at that time, it was very difficult. So, but I still wanted to do an internship with the police. So, I still remember I just walked up to Ahmedabad Police Commissioner and I told him I want an internship. And he told me, and and without an appointment, I went. And I got that appointment. I mean, he told me, "ठीक है, we'll give you." And he told me, "I'll give you in women police station." I was like, "No, what will I do in women police station?" He's like, "You'll get nice, you can do counseling and all." I'm like, "No, I don't want to go in crime branch only." So then he said, "Okay." And then he told me that you'll get very scared with those people and all. I'm like, "No, it's okay." So I think I went in the crime branch, and it was very surprising that I was the first intern there, and also only girl over there because there were around 150 police officers and no female washroom. And during that time, I had to from Gandhinagar to Ahmedabad, it's like 45 minutes to 1 hour. It's just like how Andheri to CST is. But we don't have local trains in Gujarat. So I had to go and take a rickshaw till the bus station, then take a bus, and then again take a rickshaw. So every day up and down. But I think I really enjoyed that process. I got off because there was no protocol of internship there. I just could explore anything and everything over there. So I think getting on new experiences for me has been my plus point, like networking, being adventurous, and just giving yourself a chance.
I
Yeah.
love that. You have
Yeah.
not changed from, I remember still from Xavier's when you did the presentation. I think you did a presentation on a serial killer. Do you remember the
Yeah,
presentation?
yeah, yeah. I'm very happy you remember.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that was, I think that's, I don't even remember my own presentation, but that was a presentation I remembered. And
Good.
everybody was so surprised, and you were speaking about forensic psychology, and it was amazing. And you've created that thing. You were adventurous even then, and then you've created
Yeah.
that path. So I
Thank
really,
you.
that's admiring. Um, with regards to college and education, what do you think, when should students start thinking about forensic? Do you need a bachelor's to apply? And then any good universities or suggestions that you have for students?
Yeah, I think right now forensic psychology is available in four universities. One is in Delhi, we have NFSU and OP Jindal. In Gujarat, we have NFSU and RRU. And in Punjab, we have lovely professional university, LPU. In contrast to that, for criminology, a lot of people do apply, which is very similar to forensic psychology. It's one of the oldest fields in India. So we have University of Madras, TISS, we have OP Jindal again, NFSU, RRU, Sardar Patel University. So we have different universities. So we have to do bachelor's and then a master's. So bachelor's BA or BSc and then a master's. I think that's the usual process. Any suggestions? I would say ki, uh, I think you cannot get stuck. I mean, when you do your bachelor's, you say कि I want to get into clinical and I'm counseling and I will work with these kind of people. It's good to be passionate. Of course, I also was passionate from 11th grade, but it's always important to do internships and research. That will help you understand whether you really like the field or not. So I had also given myself an opportunity. Like I went to Sion Hospital for doing a clinical internship, and I think I didn't like that hospital setting so much, which gave me an understanding कि अच्छा मुझे इस area में काम नहीं करना है. And I also interned at a suicide helpline, so I understood that I don't want to work over there. So I think when you start working in different areas, you know ki what setting you like, and nowadays so I've had people from eighth standard doing internships. So I think people have changed a lot. They don't start internships from masters, but eighth standard says they've started exploring. So I think now that the world is changing, you should start doing internships pehle hi. I think before you are born. No.
No, I
Yeah.
think it's not necessary that, like Linda ma'am from Xavier's used to say, don't wait till you become a psychologist to start exploring. Maybe you won't
Hmm.
get a position as a psychologist, but you could still try to do
Exactly.
something that is related or relevant to your field. You could just be teaching
Correct.
somewhere and still get to know what the environment is.
Yeah, I think that's very important because a lot of people get into forensic psychology with the idea that, oh, they'll work with a serial killer just the next day.
Hmm.
Or, they will work only with criminals or police, but then they forget that it's government and there are less vacancies and the system is different. But there are other areas or agencies that work in liaison with the system, like the NGOs are there or public policy think tanks, which work in hand with police. And there you can meet these stakeholders or whatever public you want to meet. So I think that mindset needs to change, that oh, I if I work over here then only I'll be a psychologist, or if I work with such population tabhi मैं forensic psychologist hoga. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really helpful. So to that point, was going to ask you about the future prospects of forensic psychology. What do you think is that looking like for students, and what recommendations do you have for people who want to pursue this field?
Yeah, so I think there are around in India currently there are around six areas where you can work. One is with victims. So I think you can, if you're interested in clinical and counseling and rehab therapy, so you can work with victims. Then we have the legal system, that is you can work with forensic labs and lawyers. Then we have the police and army, where you can work in police and army research, recruitment, training, criminal profiling. Then you can also work with correctional system or jails. So you can work in assessment, therapy, prevention, helping the court decide whether they should be released or not, both in juvenile and adult. Then you can also work in corporates, that is as private detectives or posh trainers. You can also work for the society. Like currently, I work in an NGO. So you can also work in NGO as research associates, field researchers, crime data analysts, crime journalism, or civil service exams. So I think there's a lot of variety in, I mean, approximately 6 areas where you can.
Okay, that's really helpful. Um, and with regards to your social media, what is the content that you post and what can students find on your social media pages?
Yeah, I think from my social media page is never in one line. It's just key. I think I'm trying not to make a social media page which is very influencer kind of a thing. I think mine is based on awareness and understanding of forensic psychology, or you can say uh, more important, crime prevention. So and also helping general public understand the application of forensic psychology. A lot of people are, fans of being a detective or mind hunter, but actually and they somewhere, they want to become a detective one day. So I help arrange such workshops where I can help them understand, okay, okay, this is something that you can do, just one part of their life. So in my social media content, you will have yes, you'll have reels about and posts about global trends of crime. Like, for example, we recently posted about global trends of femicide or how caste and oppression is related. So we do post stats on that. If there's any crime that has happened, we post that, okay, what is the theory behind it? We post some theoretical concepts and how it is applicable in India. What are the new upcoming theories? We also post about a lot about our workshops. Um, it's okay. Yeah, we post a lot about our workshops, and we also do post about internships or job opportunities in forensic psychology.
That's really resourceful and awesome. Um, so with regard, I mean, this is going to be probably one of my final questions. Um, if you feel comfortable sharing a day into your work that, what is your life as a forensic psychologist? What do you do? A day into your life or into your work, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, I think it's not like very Netflix type ऐसा नहीं है. It's just like a normal researcher. I think we do take on so when we have a research project going on, like currently we had a project of Vidarbha, that is exploratory study on commercial sexual exploitation in the region of Vidarbha, Maharashtra. So Vidarbha is known as the India's farmer suicide capital, and because of a lot of poverty, exploitation, migration happening from different states, a lot of women get exploited and sold in the name of child marriage. You can say missing cases, all of those. So our study was on that because it was one of the first studies ever done in India on Vidarbha. Currently, also because Nagpur is the second capital of Maharashtra, and we wanted to see how the whole modus operandi of criminals have changed. So when we have such research projects, I think my day goes on like we have to coordinate with field officers who are on field and understand what stakeholders have spoken about, continuously be in contact with stakeholders. Somewhere we also have to interview survivors, so I have to go on field to interview survivors, understand and get some trauma informed training for myself, and also help others undergo that training. We also sometimes then we write research reports, do transcription. So research not always has an investigation side, but it has an exploratory side. So here we are not trying to investigate whether it's the truth or not. We're trying to understand the voices of the people who are solving the crime or who have suffered the crime. So I think that's what my job is currently. And we do different research reports, like sometimes community policing or crime prevention, how the youth is engaged in crime prevention, everything. So currently that's my role.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
amazing work. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anything that you think that I missed and you would want to share with? We have so many students who are so excited about this video. So,
Yeah, I think forensic psychology is going to be one of the upcoming fields because of the number of crimes that are increasing. So we are not going to go out of money soon. We are going to earn lots of money. Uh, but I think forensic psychology is more than the field and asking yourself question that whether you will get a job after this masters. I think also because unemployment is on the rise, so that question is not valid anymore, that will you get a job after any masters. What is important right now is whether you're passionate about the field, how much you get field experience, and how much you are able to diversify your skills. I think that is very important, because if you get stuck on one kind of role or job, you will not be able to apply psychology in different areas. So I think it's not about the field, it's about the passion, and it's about you yourself. That's what makes you special over here. So yeah.
Thank you. That I completely agree with that. I always say it's better to be an extraordinary psychologist than to be a very, very average engineer because in India, there's so much pressure on having to choose between engineering and medicine that unfortunately, even with engineering, it's not like you get a guaranteed job at all times. So it depends on how passionate you are. And if you're really passionate, you want to be able to do something, you could be a Krupa of your field. So that's
Thank you.
that's really helpful. I'm sure there'll be comments in the posts below, so I'll stay in touch with you probably. But thank you very much, Krupa. This was
Yes.
so great.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening and inviting me to your show.
Thank you.